Thank you. All right, I want to welcome everybody to the February 11th. Sorry about that, people. I want to welcome everybody to Wednesday, February 11th, Board of Health meeting. Going to probably go right into the agenda and the public comments. If anybody wants to make a comment, please raise your hand or come to the microphone. Please, Jude.
Thank you for having me. Judah Hearn. I live in South Wellfleet. And it's actually the first time I can speak since your meeting on October 8th. You didn't meet in December, and I was one of the million people who didn't have phone service in January. It was that night, and I had planned to call in, so I'm really grateful for the opportunity now. And you talked about tobacco stuff, I think, mostly then. So in all that happened last fall, I think now is a good time to kind of take a breath and address a few things. And specifically, I'd like a few things to be on a future agenda. I think that's probably the best way to talk about these things rather than all in a public comment. But it has to do with what a proposed or approved sewer district really is and whether we even have one right now. The reason why it's important is you approve something, or actually you didn't even need to approve in the end, something across the street from me that what was overlooked was its proximity to a public water supply. It was 100 feet instead of 300 feet. So they changed their mind because they'd heard that the sewer might go by, but it's really probably not going to go by. And so this idea of what's a proposed sewer district is really important in this interim. So to that point, I've been following all the sewer commission meetings, and I hope that people on the committee have too, because there are a lot of very interesting points. But we can't get around one, which is the capacity at the transfer station. So unless we know that, what it is, it's silly to be thinking about how many properties we can put on it. So there are a lot of complex issues, like I said. And the approval of saying that this sewer might go by preempted the select board even talking about it. They talked about it on the 25th of November, and all this occurred prior to that. So I would also like on an agenda item IA systems. I have one in Advantex that's getting a 7 right now, and I think in all these discussions we've really been overlooked. We're the only ones actually able to provide data, like real data, to inform our decisions. And I think the more we rely on reality, the more affordable our solutions will be, and the more it will truly better our environment. And lastly, two more things. You approved a bunch of provisional use systems that had a bunch of variances. So I'm just wondering what's going on with all of them. There was another one with their drinking wells. So I'm just wondering if you've reached out to those people and they know that those systems really shouldn't have been approved with variances. And lastly, several years ago, David Rowles suggested this, and I think he did this in Provincetown, I'm not sure, but combining the CONSCOM and Board of Health meetings so that what people present to you is what they're hearing too. Because in this case, at 156 Pleasant Point, there were kind of two different things. I'm not saying that certain things are emphasized, shall we say, in one and not the other, and I think it should be comprehensive. And it goes back to the original idea of thinking of everything individually, case by case. And I know that scares some people, but we need to think comprehensively for each property. In this case, it's proximity to a public drinking supply. I should add it serves 45 houses. So we should have discussed that variance that had been given in 1997. And this property is right on a shellfish bed. I mean, it's a perfect case example. I'm not picking on my neighbors, but I am an owner of the water company, and I feel like it should have at least been mentioned, and it never was. So that's all I have to say, and I hope in future meetings you can maybe piecemeal put some things on the agenda. They're all big topics, I realize that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jude.
So, next thing on the list is, minutes for January 14th. I think we were all here. Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I can't turn my video on, but that's
That's okay. We appreciate just seeing your name, Mike, up there, okay?
okay. Thanks, Ken.
Anybody have an issue with
Try
it?
again with your video. You should be able to turn it on.
Okay, I'll try. Okay, worked. Thank you.
All right, does anybody have an issue with the meeting, the minutes for January 14th? Sarah?
No?
Mike, you have any issues?
No,
Okay, could I ask for a motion?
I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting. What was the date?
January 14th.
January 14th minutes.
Can I have a second?
Mike, second.
All in favor?
Aye?
Aye?
Aye.
All right. Moving right along. Old business, but we're gonna just move right along for the moment. We'll step back at old business if we have any. The hearing for 215 Payne Hollow Road, they requested a continuance, so we have to make a motion to approve the continuance to our March 11th meeting. I'll make that motion to approve, move that to the March 11th. Could I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, go. All right. 15 King Philip Road. Jason, you're up.
For the record, Jason Ellis, representing Adam and Michelle Ferrari at 15 King Philip Road. They're planning on doing some substantial landscaping in the backyard, some patios and a deck and shed and whatnot. They have an existing old code Title V system that's in the ground. It's functioning perfectly fine, but they, just in anticipation of putting in the best available nitrogen-reducing technology, they want to put the septic in before they do all the landscaping, so they don't have to dig up the yard again in the future. So we're proposing, it's an existing 4-bedroom house, and we're proposing to put in a new 1,500-gallon septic tank with an Orenco Advantex system and a new 4-bedroom leach area, 3 leach chambers, with a total area of 33 feet long by 12.83 feet wide. There's a number of wells in this neighborhood here. You can see there's probably 8 or 10 different wells that we have to maximize the distance to, which kind of gives us the area where the leach area ended up, which is also where the existing leach pit is. So the existing leach pit will be dug out, and we're looking to put the new leach area in that same general location. But we need a 35-foot variance from the top of coastal bank under Title V. There's a 50-foot requirement for that. We're going to be 15 feet from the top of the coastal bank, and a no reserve area. And we're also looking for an 85-foot variance from your local Board of Health regulations to put same leach area 15 feet from the coastal bank, and then a 10-foot variance from the proposed leach area to the bordering vegetated wetland, which is on the other side of Fox Island Road. The coastal bank it's really just more or less topography, so it just looks like a hill. But because of where the flood line falls on the other side of it and the amount of slope that's on that side, it defines as a coastal bank. The thing I think you really need to be more concerned with is the distance to the bordering vegetated wetland, which we're 90 feet from. There's really nothing to contaminate on a coastal bank. There's no standing water or any close groundwater or anything like that. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them for you.
All right, anybody have any questions about the plans? We've got a report from Gary. He has no issues with the plans at all.
Okay.
So he had no problems with it. Sarah, anything? No? Mike, you good with this?
I am.
Okay.
One more thing.
Yes.
I know that Jen had sent me there was an abutter that had a issue with the septic, and I just wanted to put something on the record. They were an objection of where I was putting the septic system in because they wanted the ability to someday possibly put a well in that location, which they wouldn't be able to anyhow because we already have our leach pit in that location. So I just wanted to go on the record to say that we acknowledge that, and I looked at it, and there's really nothing we can do to quell the concerns that they have, so. But
Would somebody like to make the motion and read the easy motion maker?
I got here late, so
Is that a punishment for being late?
I can. I move to, do I need to read the top part? Yes. Okay, read the whole thing, please. Map 28, parcel 220, address 15 King Philip Road, date February 11th, 2026. I move to approve J.C. Ellis Plan No Number dated January 31st, 2026 revision, and grant the 4 variances requested in the letter of January 17th, 2026 for the upgrade or construction of a septic system to serve a 4-bedroom structure, a grandfathered non-conforming dwelling with respect to nitrogen loading. For IA technology using Adventex AX20 denitrification technology under the remedial provisions or general use approval category for, all right, subject to the following conditions. 1, design flow to be limited to 448.96 GPD to serve 4 bedrooms. 3, habitable area, no increase without Board of Health approval. 4, conversion of use, no conversion without Board of Health approval. 5, well water testing. Pump out 1,000-gallon tank, pump fill and abandon or remove. Deed recording, IA monitoring, and that's all.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 thank you very much.
Good to go.
That's a lot of words.
That's what you get for being late.
I see.
Don't be late, Sarah.
All right.
All right, so is there any old business at all?
I don't have any old business.
New business. The town wants us to appoint somebody from the Board of Health to the wastewater advisory committee. And I've heard from a little bird, Mike, that you may be interested in doing this.
Yeah, I'd be interested in doing it. I've been working with the wastewater working group for a while, and then I've got a pretty good grasp on what's been happening, what the nitrogen reduction requirements are in each watershed, and the sort of cost implications of moving forward with these things. So I'd be willing to do that and welcome the opportunity.
Great.
Casey, you good with that?
Yeah.
Sarah?
I am good with that. The one thing that I would, I think would be a valuable perspective to keep in mind is the eco-sanitation side of things, both from a cost, maybe mostly from a cost perspective, but also an environmental perspective. And I think just kind of keep, if you can, I've been wanting, I feel like this is relevant to this. I've been kind of more engaged with following Mass Tech, what they're doing down there, following what Falmouth is doing with their urine diversion pilot project, and just kind of, you know, since sitting on this board, following a little bit more closely what where other towns are at with this whole wastewater management discussion, particularly on the financial side of things, and environmental impacts. So it'd be really great if we could have either people coming here from Mass Tech to present to us as the Board of Health, so that we as a Board of Health are informed and educated about the things that are happening with regards to eco-sanitation. And from that perspective, that's what I hope is also present within this wastewater advisory committee, that it's just not only sewering and septic, but that there is this aspect of eco-sanitation that is in the mix of those discussions.
Yeah, Ken?
No, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that this needs to be part of conversation, and I think right now it's still in pilot phase, so it makes it difficult, I think, to plan around that as a primary source of nitrogen reduction, just because of its phase of approval from DEP, especially in like a targeted watershed management plan. But I really do think it looks promising, especially the urine diversion stuff. There are some issues where it comes to cost when it comes to converting pre-existing properties. I think new construction is like, an easier path forward. But it is an adaptive management plan, and I do think that that as these things move forward, that they can be put into the plan. But I think it would behoove the town to look at doing some pilot projects as well in Wellfleet. So I agree with Sarah.
Sounds good. All right, so do we have to appoint Mike, or Mike just volunteer, or?
Nominate and vote, and then he will be ultimately appointed by Tom.
Okay. Well, then, Mike, I'm going to nominate you to sit on this board for the Board of Health. Does everybody, I'll vote aye. Do I have a second?
I would love to second Mike's nomination to
All-
the wastewater
Yeah,
advisory.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Come on.
Aye.
Ah, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah, there you go.
I got myself into
Yeah, you
more
just screwed
work.
yourself over. All right, so the next
That's
thing, we
okay.
got the Mass Associated Health Board Certificate Program.
Yeah, so
Is that March 21st thing?
it
Whatever?
is. I forwarded an email to you guys that was sent out by the Mass Association of Health Boards, saying that it was a mandatory meeting or a mandatory training, but it turns out that it's not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. There's going to be a lot of topics covered that will help you as a board to understand what your authority is, which is pretty hefty, and the different topics that you guys need to be well-versed in to be able to weigh in. You're on the front lines of public health in general, and you have huge responsibilities and authorities in that area. So even if if anybody wants to go to that, we can carpool. I'll be happy to go. Also, I can sign you all up, and it's free for members of boards of health. And then the other thing is they sent a link for more, not just recommended, but more, really you ought to do it, trainings that are online. You have to sign up on a portal, and the classes appear to be like 1 hour at a time, but they're all online. Depending on what your career is, you can even get credits for them. But in the meantime, it is a really good refresher for anybody. If, the seasoned folks, if you wanted to take it, you could, but new folks absolutely should.
Seasoned.
I
Seasoned.
didn't say old, did I?
Seasoned. Wow.
Veterans.
Veterans. I'll take veterans.
Cast iron.
Oh,
pay.
seasoned. Yeah, I feel like I'm cast iron. Yeah,
That's
that's
what my
right.
friend told me. She was like, "You'll get seasoned."
You'll
like
get
a
seasoned.
cast
Better
iron.
than that. A good seasoned cast iron is invaluable.
Very
That's
valuable,
right.
yeah.
Don't let this gray hair fool you that I'm seasoned.
But anyway, I did send you all a link, and if you need me to send it again, I'll be happy to, because I'm sure it got buried in other emails. But those trainings are really, really important for understanding your role and your authority.
Do we know what the hours of the class is on that Saturday?
That Saturday is an all-day affair.
8 to 4, I think.
I have the flyer here. Yeah, it's,
Plymouth.
yeah, and it comes with a breakfast and a lunch. And the topics are very, very interesting. I think it'll be useful for anybody who wants to go. But Plymouth is the closest one.
When do we have to let you know by for that date?
Well, the sooner the better, so that we.
Make
don't-
sure that we get
Yeah,
a place.
that you get in.
Okay. I know Katie, is it Katie the one to go? She's
She
already,
did say that she was interested.
I can make it work. I'll probably be coming from Boston, so.
Oh, okay, so you go on your own?
Yeah, I would meet you guys there, or meet whoever decides to go.
Yeah, Sarah, you expressed some interest, okay.
I'll let you know within the week if I'm gonna
Okay.
go or not.
And Mike, if you want to let me know too. And then, that way we can secure the funding for you guys as well. And,
Okay.
yeah, that's that.
Okay, that sounds good. So is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? Well, we do have a new health agent. Everybody's excited about that, and so, because she's starting March 2nd, she's gonna be starting.
Oh, wonderful.
A she?
It is a woman, yes.
What's their
I'm
name?
happy to tell you guys about her after the meeting.
Oh, okay.
All right, so, and nothing else? Nobody wants any information from us? That's perfect. So, anything else? Mike, you good? Keith?
I'm good. Are we not doing the barn?
No, that
Did I
got
miss,
continued
That could continue to,
for that.
That was what we, okay.
they didn't have it advertised in time.
Okay.
so.
I didn't have I didn't have it up in front of me, so I wasn't sure what we were continuing. I just figured they must have a reason for it. So, okay, that was that.
Hey, Mike, you've moved.
I
You're
don't
in a
know
different
why.
location.
Oh, yeah, I moved. Yeah, moved locations. I got kicked out of that space.
All right, well, then, we're all set then. I'd like to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Oh, well, somebody has to make the motion. I'll move it. So you're seconding it, my movement?
No, I will make a motion.
Make a motion.
To adjourn this meeting.
Can I have a second?
I can second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
See you next
Recording
month.
stopped.
Okay, thank you.
Aye.
Ay, ay, ay.